Alrighty guys, welcome to the finale of Bravely Default, Flying Fairy HD Remaster. Last episode, we freed the 4 remaining crystals, went through the Pillar of Light, and Aerie revealed her true form to us. She then traveled to the Dark Aurora, and we chose to come visit Juliana, where they did some sort of summoning ritual with our pendant around Agnès' neck, which summoned the previous Agnès from one of the previous worlds, who sent us the warning and how to defeat Ouroboros. And finally, Juliana unlocked the final dungeon in the game for us to complete. And that is exactly what we're going to start with in this episode. But before that, if you guys do like this video and this series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're trying to reach 500 subscribers by August, so it'll really help me out, and it'll help make sure you don't miss any upcoming videos. So, as I mentioned, there is one last dungeon for us to tackle in this game. It's actually not marked on the map, and you can only do it if you're on the true ending, so you can't even do this on the fake ending. And you have to come right up here. This is in this big circle in the top right corner of the map. We've never had anything to do. All you do is fly over it and press enter. Or A, which will enter it. And welcome to Dimensions Hasp. So this is a very, very interesting dungeon. This is a dungeon that, if you talk to this wolf right here, the fox, I don't care to talk to you, merchant, he will warn you that this place is a labyrinth wrought from illusion by an archbishop of the Crystal Orthodoxy in a past age. His magic strengthens the beasts who stalk its halls. Spells of teleportation are also nullified within. If you would press on, take care. So basically, this is a dungeon that combines every other dungeon in the game thus far. You're going to go through multiple floors, fighting the enemies from the first 4 chapters, however, now strengthened to be the level of what we are now. So as you can see, this dungeon goes up to level 99. This is technically the best spot to grind in the game. However, as you've seen with what we've done, we found an easier way to do it that makes it kind of a joke. So all we're going to do is we're actually going to run through here, and we're going to find all the chests that are in this location. This is going to have some of the best gear in the game. You're also going to notice it's going to have the same traps from these dungeons. So like right here was that very first sand dungeon we encountered, where if we get sprayed with this, we're going to be hit with blindness. The good news is, because we are at the level we are, we have the 0 encounter rate, we don't have to fight any of this. So right here we get the Yatagara Su. We're going to go through all that at the very end once we've got everything. I'm just going to go ahead and trigger this trap because, again, we're not going to get into any fights. And we get the Longinus right there. Longinus is nothing new, however, the dagger is for sure something new. Let's go ahead and run on through. We're going to be in the 3rd area. This, I believe, is supposed to represent that very first dungeon in... I don't think this is the temples. I think this is the place where we fought the Black Mage. Go ahead and run up here and grab some more lordly robes. Fantastic. Always good to have those. Again, some of these are going to be repeats of items we could already get, either by purchasing them in the store or ones that we could find in the blue chests. Even further down, and now we have the very first dungeon in the game, the Norende Valley. Go ahead and pick up this one for the Earthbreaker, one of the best axes in the game. Right here, we'll get the Death Axe. And another chest here for the Wonder Rod. Once again, we're going to keep running through here. This has a lot of floors. The good news is we don't have to fight any of them. Right here, we're in the Wither Woods. And the only reason we don't have to fight them is because we have that 0% encounter chance. And as you can see, the layout of some of these are the exact same they were in the main game. So like this is the place you would grind in the original Wither Woods for the max XP, JP, and PG strategy. Right here is going to be the Florum Gardens. This is the one where they will silence us, I believe. Good news again, we don't need to worry about it. As long as it's not the poison flowers, we don't need to worry. All right, there's an air knife. And right down here is the Artemis bow. Very cool. That's actually the only thing like named after a different character. Just want to double check. I don't believe there's anything. Oh, there is one more chest, which is why we ran over here for a Yoichi's bow. Even higher north. we are going to be in the Stark Fort area. Right down here will be our first chest for some Genji armor. Unfortunately, only one of our characters uses heavy armor anyways. Right here is Genji gloves. I'll give you a guess what's in this entire area. Right over here is actually going to be the I believe the best katana in the game. I didn't read it because I clicked it too quick. And then right here's the Genji helm. So an entire set of Genji armor, basically, that is your Genji area. Even further down, we are in the underflow area. Ooh, this is a place I was avoiding throwing it on, but I'll just do it now. There's no reason not to. Let's go ahead and give us the ability. We'll take off Katana Lore, because I will remember to put this one back on. And let's go ahead and throw on Dungeon Master, just so we can run through this whole place. This is one of the two I was waiting for, either this one or the poison, but we'll just do it now. There's another gold hairpin, a really good accessory. I will probably end up putting that on somebody else. Over here to the left, I think, is this still going to break from me? Yeah, so it will still break just like it does in the regular game. So we will go down to the right over here. This is a dungeon where you're going to be fighting a lot of monsters if you don't have the 0% on. But there's a luminous robe, and I believe we already got the one over there. Yep, so just going to run over here. We're going to go all the way up to grab that chest we missed. Well, I wasn't trying to go up there. I was trying to go left. And right here we have the Kaiser Knuckles. We're going to go back down and go through this staircase leading down to get to the next zone of Dimension Sass. And so right here is the central command area. Go make sure we run around, collect all the chests here. Right, there's our Chaos Blade. I don't know if that's a new sword, but it definitely sounds like something I did not have previously. Right down here will be the Aegis Shield. Go up and to the right. All the way down, we'll be able to grab this blue chest. For the Gungnir. And finally, one more chest to grab here. I believe... Where was it? Was it up this way? Yes. Up and around to grab the Brave Suit. And we have only one more floor here, surprisingly. And right here is the Everlast Tower area. Let's go make sure we grab all the chests here. This is the only one that there's actually not a map available for. So right here's the Hadean Claws. Nothing else up there. Did I miss anything there? Shoot, I need to go up and double check that. It's the only downside of not actually having a map available to me. It's easy because I don't have any enemies to fight. Right, there's a Muramasa, unfortunately not worth it. Go down here, no chests there. There should be one more chest here for us, though. Right here. The Durandal, as well as an achievement, What's in the Blue Box? Let's go check out that achievement first. We have two sitting here waiting for us. There is, for starting the last chapter, unlocked every locked chest for a gold hourglass. What's interesting is we still have a tutorial mission we don't even have access to. So I don't know what I've missed. That's crazy. Either way, let's go ahead and check out some of that new equipment we got. So first one, I can go, actually, I can't turn that off for a very specific reason. Instead of the Mutsu no Kame, we now have the Ame no Murakumo, which is the best katana in the game. On top of that, we did get the gold hairpin, which is really, really solid. My red cap, unfortunately, just gives me more strength and agility, so I will continue to run that. However, this gold hairpin and the ribbon, just in general, are two really, really solid abilities. We might look at giving it to him. Let me check. No, I'm definitely giving him the gold hairpin. I don't need to give him anything else here. We do have a new knife as well. The Yatagarasu It is stronger physically and gives you higher evasion. However, it decreases your magical attack. So I will continue to run magic attack, but if you are running like a thief or anyone else using damaging knives, go ahead and give them the Yadagarusu. Over here, we have the new staff. We have the demon staff, and I believe the diamond staff are both new. We will go ahead and... Why does she have the Gale staff? I don't actually know. I will go ahead and give her the demon staff either way, because it gives us more mind. I don't think we got a new shield, but we will... No, we have the Aegis shield. This nullifies dread, so a really, really solid shield. I will go ahead and give it to Agnès here. We have 2 of them, so we'll give it to Ringabel as well. We did get the crystal vest. We've known about that. But we also got some brave suit. 3 brave suits in total, so if you wanted to, everyone could have a brave suit. You have lordly robes, which raises mind and magic attack, as well as luminous robes. I do like brave suit on Ringabel. Let's see, is the luminous robe just better? Which one was one that raised mind? No, it's actually worse to give her the lordly robe. So I would love to give her the brave suit, but I just don't think it's worth it because we lose some mind there. And then we also got the Durandal, and we've already had Chaos Blade, but Durandal is brand new, the blade of the legendary paladin Roland. We will go ahead and give that to Edea there. I will just show off the other things we got as well. We did get the, where is it? The, I believe the Earthbreaker was the one we got. Unfortunately, it is the strongest, but we have no reason to use it. Our spear, we got the, I believe we got the Gungnir here. Again, very, very solid. Best spear in the game. However, we do not need to use it. We also got the, which one was it? It's either the Gold Rod or the Demon's Rod. As you can see, one of them is the best in the game. And then that is all of the weapons and armor you get through this. We did get some more, I think, the Genji armor, as well as the Genji helm, but we're already running the crystal, which is just better. And so, that is everything you can find in Dimensions Hasp, the last dungeon of the game. Again, if you wish, you cannot teleport someone out of here. You do have to run all the way back, but this is the place that you can get all of the remaining genome abilities if you have not got them thus far. However, you did miss a couple of the bosses from the crystals, so unfortunately you can't even get them all now anyways unless you did all the crystals. So, with all that, I'm going to run all the way back through Dimensions Hasp. There's nothing else for us here. And I will see you guys at the entrance of Norende Village. And so here we are, the place where the whole game began and the place where the game will end. Let's head into Norende Ravine. We're just going to run all the way to the end here. We still have that 0% encounter rate on, so we will not be getting ambushed by any of the little goblin guys who are in here. I think are they kobolds at this point or goblins? I can't remember. And so the game's almost over. We were as strong as we possibly can be. And as it had mentioned before you even started this chapter, you probably should have grinded before, but this will be your last chance to like safely grind where you can get back to shops and go do all that stuff. So if you need to, make sure you throw a save down right here. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and enter the Norende Ravine.
There it is. The Dark Aurora. Is Ari inside? But how do we...
Look! A magic circle on the cliff's edge. It may offer a way in.
All right! If everyone's ready, let's go after Ari!
And so we shall. Oh, a final party chat? Once this is all done. So what will everyone do once this is all over and the Great Chasm finally closes? I think I'll carry on with my father's wishes. As a Vestal of the Crystals, I intend to keep guiding the faithful. What's so funny, Agnès? Well, I am the Wind Vestal and a follower of the Crystalism. And you are the daughter of the great Brave the Templar and naturally an adherent of anti-crystalism. It seems strange that we would journey so far together, but in the end, return to lives naturally opposed. Well, I for one intend to put concepts like crystalism and anti-crystalism in the past. Really? Yes, I've made up my mind. I will seek to make the world a better place, a world where we don't need to oppose each other. I believe that it is the sort of world my father really sought. Edea, I think so too. Ringabel, what will you do? What else? Continue my never-ending quest to find my ideal woman. Besides, I don't have anywhere to go back to. Come live in Eternia. Don't worry, I'll put in a good word for you. It might be nice to have somewhere I could call home. What about you, Tiz? Me? Oh, once our adventure is over, I think I'll return to Norende Village to live out the rest of my life in peace. Rather humdrum, huh? No, it's neither humdrum nor extraordinary. That's right, Tiz. I will be sure to come visit you in Norende, Tiz. Once this is all done. Once this is all done.
I beseech you, O Lord, hear your faithful servant's plea. For the 1100 million years since I was spawned of you, I have existed solely for your glory and... No! No! The magic circle! It's opened! Then... Lord Ouroboros! They come! The warriors of light are upon me! Your faithful servant is in grave peril! Hear my plea! I beg you!
And so we have once again entered the Dark Aurora. We've been here once before, and every single chest is still opened. So there is nothing more for us to get. All we have to do is run to the end and fight our final battle. So let's go ahead and just run through here. Just in case you guys missed the pathing the first time, I'll just show it off once again. Very, very easy here. I was going to keep running all the way down, and you want to, because we've already opened all the chests, you don't want to take this left path here. You actually just want to go all the way down, enter this portal, and then just follow the pretty linear path through here. A little unfortunate, we can't fight anything, and if you did grind in that the Dimensions Hasp, the last dungeon, then even if you fought enemies here, they would kind of be a joke to you because you'd be so overpowered. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm level 99, so I'm overpowered anyways, but they wouldn't have even been a problem to you. And so, our final portal awaits right here in the center.
Please, please, please! I beg you, your malevolence! What? Then I am to be granted my ultimate form? Oh, Lord Ouroboros, be praised!
And I think I've changed my mind. I think I'm actually going to throw on, instead of white robes, the brave suit. It's going to decrease my mind by about 20, so if it ends up becoming a problem, I will swap back. But to start with that additional 1 BP in this upcoming set of fights is going to be very powerful. So, I'm going to go ahead and save. I cannot get any stronger. I will still save over this finale slot right here, just in case. But when you're ready, let's go ahead and enter and fight Eri one last time.
Terrible eldritch power courses through my veins! Oh. Magnificent, miraculous, astounding! This is the power of my Lord Ouroboros!
And so, here we go. The fight against Eri's true form.
At last! At long last!
Eri, is that you?
That's right. Feast your eyes upon perfection as bestowed by Lord Ouroboros! Now you will know the might of my true and perfect form!
And so, here we go. Still don't know why they call it Ouroboros instead of Ouroboros. But this is our final fight against Aerie, which is why we still have Miscellany on so we can examine her. 9,999 or 99,999. Not too terrible. But here's the biggest thing. She is going to be able to do a ton of damage to us. And on top of that, she's going to be able to insta-kill anybody who has effects on them. So we want to be able to cure that as quick as possible. Let's go ahead and Esunaga here. Get a White Wind to fully heal. And then for Tiz, let's go ahead and just start off with a Life or Death. We want to go ahead and bring Edea back. And then we're going to default with Ringabel. And as soon as we get the chance, there's a Slaughter coming at us. It is lethal, guys. This is a very, very tough fight. As soon as we get the chance, we want to make it so that way they cannot cast status effects on us. But it's going to be a little bit before we can do that. Let's go ahead and throw a Kira here. With Ringabel, let's go ahead and throw a one more for you at Agnès. Yep. Okay. Now, here we go. Let's get back into it. Let's go ahead and throw a Fairy Ward up so nobody can be poisoned. Let's go ahead and, honestly, let's try to do the Absorb Stats ability here. And let's actually absorb Magic Attack from Aerie, and then default with Edea. This will make it so she is doing less damage against us. But as you can see, a Slaughter does just one-shot Tiz. I don't know if Slaughter just has a chance to one-shot, or if we're just getting bad RNG here. Let's go ahead and arise both Tiz and Ringabel, and default with Edea. Default again. Let's go ahead and White Wind, and then default with Edea. Don't Slaughter again, please. There is Plague. Good, it missed everybody. Tiz, for the love of God, let this land. Let's go ahead and poison Edea. Default with Ringabel. And let's go ahead and Life or Death with Edea. There's another Plague coming our way. It is an insta-kill on everybody if it lands, which means we do lose Tiz once again. Another Arise at Tiz. Eventually we'll be able to deal damage because we still haven't done any yet. Let's go ahead and absorb Magic Attack. And then Edea, are you... Did I not Life or Death with you? Uh-oh. Plague is the ability that insta-kills you if, wow. Plague's the ability that insta-kills you if you have the status effects up, so unfortunately, Life or Death is going to one-shot you. Rage, minus strikes. I am going to try this legit. I do have the strategy that can make this a much easier fight, but I am going to try to do it without just cheesing. The problem is that Slaughter does a ton of damage if she's able to land it. So... I'm just curious. Is it... Yeah, it's just critting, and that's why it's killing. Unfortunately, that's both my healers down, guys, so we're just going to restart this fight because clearly we lost, so... Is she really just get default here? There's Edea. This is like the worst attack she can hit you with, followed by a Zeta Flare. This is a guaranteed one-shot on pretty much your whole party. Basically, it makes you weak to elements, and then she immediately kills you. So, we're at the end of the game, guys. I have grinded for this reason. I have beat everything in the game. It is time to show these bosses what we can really do. Let's go ahead and hop back into that. And I'm not messing around. I'm going to see if this strategy works. Let's go ahead and throw on our Bushido Vampire strategy and see if we can win the game with this. Yeah, Aerie, shut up. We've already fought you.
That
You do want to use stillness somehow in your strategy here. However, stillness is really only good as long as you're getting the BP back. So while we're... I mean, you could say we're cheesing this. I don't actually consider this cheesing at all, because the strategy for beating her is to use stillness and the world ability, the hasten world, in order to make it so that way she can't hit you and you can hit her. So because that's already the strategy to beat her anyways, and like one of the only ways to beat her, we're just going to do the all magic strategy, which is just a little bit more fun. Because you can do this with anything. You can do this with any strategy you want. I just really like this all fire, especially because she is weak to fire damage. Free lunch, vampirism, by Raja, all the way. I've already shown off what she can do as well. Basically, her whole thing is she's going to want to hit you with status effects, and then she's going to want to do the ability that will insta-kill you if you have a status effect applied. And then her other big strategy, as you saw with Slaughter, which just has a really high crit chance, meaning she can just crit you and insta-kill you. The other strategy has is that last one she used where she makes you weak to everything, and then Zeta flares just like that, which can pretty much one-shot your entire party. Unfortunately, we didn't get an examine off here, but we are just going to go ahead and free lunch once again. We know she's weak to fire, so we know her HP was 9,999, which means she should die in this turn. Oh, well, she does get a free heal.
What's this? My lord, I am forever in your debt.
Oh, Ouroboros healed her, huh? We will have to go again, though, because she did full heal, unfortunately. Which, again, interrupts your attacks, so there's nothing you can do about it. She is guaranteed to get that full heal. Come on, Ari. You don't got much left in you. I know it.
Lord Ouroboros, I beseech you.
Oh, gets another recover. I am invincible. Yeah, we'll see about that. I'm actually invincible. So even if you would have made it through this, you have to go through basically three full phases of this fight because she keeps recovering. Which means you're going to have a very big MP problem through this fight, both with your support character and your healing character. That's why a strategy like this, or even the jump strategy, I think that would work just as good. It would just be a little bit slower. I think both are really solid strategies because you're not using MP, you don't have to worry about being hit, and you're, like what's happening here, you're just not taking damage from these attacks. There is almost nothing you can do about that combo of Akeisha followed by Zeta Flare. You just have to debuff her or buff yourself so that way you get rid of those debuffs.
No, your malevolence, please, Lord Ouroboros.
And so with that, we beat the true form of Fairy, or Airy, and you actually don't even get a lot of XP or JP from this, which is kind of shocking because that's a hard fight.
Lord Ouroboros, am I not your faithful servant? Why your malevolence? You are most unkind.
What's happening?
I know not. Huh?
Interesting. I would take this chance to go save your game. You are not locked into that fight. You can leave. You can change your entire strategy if you wish. We're not going to, but we might have to. Let's go ahead. Make sure we save our game. We will not have to fight Airy again. And then we'll go ahead and leave. If you want to, you can just rely on autosaves, but you do need to go ahead and exit and then re-enter the area to trigger the autosave. And so, it's time to fight Ouroboros.
There's something there!
Oh, it looks like... Tiz! Whatever it is, it's heading this way.
So, this is the physical form I must take to trade words with you. How terribly cumbersome.
Are you... a robberess?
Call me what you will. I did not anticipate Ares' defeat. You creatures intrigue me. So it is that I take this cumbrous form. Now, ask me what you will.
Just who are?
That has already been answered. I am Robbers. Do not make me say it again.
How did Eri fit into your plan?
She gathered the strength I need to breach the celestial realm. This too was explained. Next.
What is the celestial realm?
As the name implies, it is the realm of the gods.
Why do you seek to invade it?
The realm of the gods is a great civilization. It is prosperous, full of love, beneficent, reverential, and order. It knows no war or strife. There exists no greater war, no duller prison. Now I see. You, whose form I now take, a celestial lurks within you. You mingle with lesser creatures, frame sentiment. You revel in others' bloodshed and weep at the death of idols. As this little charade served to ease your weariness, I shall bring your realm chaos, hatred, fear, jealousy, corruption, brutality, excitement. Air has interlinked myriad worlds, sowing a bounty of indignation and despair to fuel my conquest.
So, after your faithful servant worked tirelessly for you, her reward was to be devoured?
I see that I must put this in terms that one of your kind might fathom. How to put it? She was like cattle, a beastly thrall that has served long. What further use has one for cattle plagued by age or injury, save to be eaten?
Cattle?
Yes. The suffering of such a beast bears no change upon its fate, nor does its loyalty. No matter how great her reverence for me, she was but a morsel for my nourishment.
Monstrous!
It is the same for what you call your world. You who house a celestial within. You with the power to draw strength from the crystals. You who saw through Ares' machinations. You, driven by an inconsequential sense of righteousness. You are not but the me before my heavenly assault commences. Now, I grow born. Flavorless are these mortal forms. It is time for you to become a part of my flesh.
And so, welcome to the final fight of the game against Ouroboros. We're going to try the same strategy we just used, however there is a chance this does not work and we will have to readjust. He is weak to ice in all of his forms, so make sure you use Blizzaja. Let's go ahead and Stillness. We will Bushido and then use Blizzajas. And again, we're going to see if this can coast us through this entire fight. Let's go ahead and do our final Blizzajas. So this is going to be a very, very interesting fight. So this first form of Ouroboros actually will just use job abilities that we have. So we might see him use one here in a second. If we don't just outpace him completely, Jesus. He uses Fairy's Aid, elemental attack up. And then we're going to go ahead and do that again. This isn't going to be a very crazy fight. We are going to probably be able to see everything he can do. And we're going to win. At the end of the day, that's what's important, is that we want to win this fight, because it is a very, very difficult fight. Hardest thing with Hasten World, though, is that we're giving BP back to him as well.
Cumbersome indeed is the mortal form.
So that is the first form of Ouroboros defeated.
What great sport you mortals make! Such vitality! But such a battle demands a fitting stage. Come, join me in the infernal realm.
And so here we go. The second form of Ouroboros. This is probably the hardest form because he has an attack that can pierce through stillness. So we have to get lucky here. The attack we're looking for is Zero Dimension. It is an insta-kill attack. It will, no matter how much HP you have, you will die. It's just like death. And apparently it can pierce through stillness. So let's hope we either don't see it or kill him quick enough where we won't ever see it.
Forgive my delay.
Lord DeRosso! What are...
You've opened the crack in the beast's core, the source of his immortality.
his core?
As long as it exists, he will regenerate without end. I've come now to stop it.
But how?
You will split it open, and I'll fuse together with it, containing it. I shall dedicate my own eternity to halting its regrowth forevermore. Strike with all your might the moment the beast ceases his regeneration.
But what'll happen to you?
This role demands an immortal. The sage and I have argued the matter for 1,800 tedious years. Edea, you must defeat the beast. The Templar's blood is in your veins. You can do this.
Right.
Ringabel, I ask your assistance. Contain the beast while I take possession of it.
Understood.
Tiz, you must protect Agnès. Agnès, these 1,800 years, No, pay me no mind. May fate smile upon you.
Thank you.
I nearly forgot. Accept me, and I shall grant life everlasting. Though it shall be filled with grief, thou shalt have all eternity to wreak vengeance upon thine enemies. Now then, let us begin! I'm getting sentimental in my old age. The rest is in your hands, Sage.
And so I do believe we are technically in the third phase of the fight. This is the exact same as the last phase we just did. However, now he has one additional move that will drain our BP. However, I believe if we are quick enough here, we shouldn't have to worry about that if we get as lucky as we did last phase, because I do think we beat his second phase in one turn. So let's see here if we can do it again. We might have to go one stillness here and get really lucky. Let's see if we get lucky here. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Oh, fantastic. We're already through his third phase. Or, yeah, third phase, not third form. And so he blows up the earth. Cool. And gets his own powers from blowing up the earth.
Can you follow what just transpired? No doubt not. With a single tentacle, I have devoured one of the worlds that bear a link to this one. Fully restored as the entire world meets its end. It is not enough.
And there goes another world.
The power that courses through me now will see you eradicated forever. Just as two worlds now will never return. They strung together some 10,000 worlds. When will the world you call your own be destroyed? The longer you defy me, the greater those odds become. Let us test your luck.
so here we go into the 4th phase. We're going to go ahead and repeat once again. He has a couple new attacks here. He now has something that will increase his physical attack. He also has an attack called Armageddon. We're going to hope we don't see it, but I don't think it will matter. It's going to deal an insane amount of damage that can pretty much one-shot most of your party members, and he will recover his HP completely. We want to be able to make sure we either survive the Armageddon attack or can do enough damage, which we're not going to be able to here. That's an insta-kill on Tiz, unfortunately. And there's the Armageddon attack that one-shots everyone. Another world has been annihilated. Now we unfortunately don't have Tiz. As you saw, it does in fact get through our abilities. Let's see if we can just repeat that again. We lost Tiz, but we just need to keep going because until we get enough BP to bring Tiz back, there's not gonna be much we can do here. So we're gonna hope he doesn't do another attack that pierces through our stillness and kills us. There's a demonic touch, which would have hurt us, but wasn't able to. Yet another world has gone forever. He heals again. Oh, Tiz is back. This is back at 1 HP, luckily. Yes, remember how we had all those friends that we've been making? Well, someone's world was destroyed. I believe if you have actual friends playing the game, like one of your real friends' names would have popped up right there, saying their world was destroyed.
I cannot bear it anymore. Slay me if you will, but you must stop! Agnès.
Agnès!
I command you insects to avoid!
Take up your weapons. Raise the pendant to the heavens and arise.
What?
No. It is over. The more we resist, the more worlds are destroyed. We can fight no longer.
Know that you are not alone. Know that none of you are alone. Child of the celestial light, take the Vestal's hand and reach out together. Reach out to your counterparts who dwell beyond this realm. Convey your hopes unto them.
Our hopes. Still not ready, Ringabel?
Patience 'tis. Communication with other worlds or no, this takes time.
But we're being held hostage as leverage against ourselves in another world!
All the more reason we need to keep this world safe. Agnès is right. Are we ready, Ringabel?
Don't rush me, Edea. There, all done. Full speed ahead, straight at that huge whatever it is.
Ready, soldiers? Let no harm come to the Lady Vestal and her allies.
It's massive and hard. You all right, Edea?
Don't worry about me. Agnès? Its recovery is too swift! Are you ready yet, Tiz?
Almost. Just a little longer.
Seems you're having a rough time of it, eh, Ringabel?
Why are...
Agnès, we're here to help, my dear.
Sage!
All right, here goes! Blaze bright!
Yes! That was amazing, Tiz!
I couldn't have done it without you and Agnès.
And we wouldn't have lasted without Ringabel's aid.
The thanks shouldn't stop here. Don't forget them.
Alternus!
The Sky Knights will handle things from here. You four, do what you must. Quickly!
Understood! Agnès, that's our cue!
Let's go!
Ringabel, Edea! Agnès, everyone ready?
On your signal, Tiz.
All right, let's begin!
Listen, everyone! The us from another world are in terrible danger. They're sacrificing their lives to save our world and countless others.
But our world is safe for now, thanks to your efforts.
It's time to raise a cry that will reach their world, where they've laid down their arms to spare us.
Tell them they are free to fight, that our world has been spared.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone!
It is time. Share this prayer with me, one and all.
Look! Agnès! Everyone!
It's them!
They've left this to us! Let's end this now! For everyone's sake!
Right! Oh! Ah!
And so, the final phase of the final fight has begun. He is relatively unchanged except for one thing. He can use an ability that will restrict your action command to only be able to let you summon friends. We're going to see if we get it. I don't know if we will, because if you outpace him, you actually will not have to do it. But he can hit you for about 5,000 damage and make it so the only thing you can do is default and summon friend. And this is the point of the game that I think this is really cool. You basically find out that all these AI friends and friends you've been finding along the way and friends you could summon and all that are actually just the 4 main characters from the tens of thousands of worlds that have been linked, which is really cool. And there we go. We get hit with the disaster. We're going to turn auto off just in case. And I guess because we had the ability up, we actually do not have to only summon friends, so we can keep on going.
Still you resist me? You are too late. Behold! The celestial realm. I shall bring chaos and destruction upon the world of the
Lamau, that's my profile picture. Is the whole thing that he's trying to... Am I the Celestial Realm? Am I the player? That's so funny. I don't know if it is die. I might be able to beat you right here, man. One more. Not enough. We get a stillness up. There's our Celestial Touch, which... Okay, we avoided that. Another Celestial Touch. He's increasing his physical damage. But that doesn't matter because he can't hit me. Can we win right here? Am I the Celestial Realm? Is my switch to the Celestial Realm? And so, that is the final boss of the game defeated, and quite literally the maximum amount of XP and JP you could earn.
Warriors of light, physical manifestations of my being. I thank you for risking life and limb to defeat Ouroboros. The Celestial Realm, this world, and myriad others owe you a debt. They need never fear the beast's terror again. Now it is time to rest your weary souls. Rest until the day you return to those who await you.
Is this our ship?
Huh? I thought for sure I was...
No, we're alive. I've the aches and pains to prove it.
Sage!
Agnès, tis, Edea, Ringabel. You have done well.
Is Lord DeRosso really?
He has passed from this world, together with Ouroboros.
We failed to save him.
No, it was meant to end this way. The decision was forged that day we met 1800 years past. There were matters of which the angel spoke only to Lord DeRosso. She told of the evil one and the bringer of ruin, he whom they call the Beast. And so it was we began our preparations. We considered every possibility, refined every detail. To seal a creature that revives without end, we had need of an immortal ourselves. And we needed you, the warriors of light, to destroy them both. Do not blame yourselves, children. It was preordained millennia before your time. Lester always walked one step ahead. From the day I met him, I fear now I shall never catch up. But this is no time for leisurely chat. You must make a choice with all haste.
What choice?
Where to return, my boy? You've your choice of places to call home.
Home.
The Great Chasm links to the worlds in which you were born. But with the defeat of Ouroboros, it will soon close forever. You are free to stay here, or to return to the world of your birth, or any other you desire. It has already begun. Choose quickly now. You've saved this world and those beyond. Return home with your heads held high.
Thank you for all you've done. Planning on letting go anytime soon?
What harm in just a bit longer? This is my last chance.
What harm? Just ask on yes. And you should see the look on Tiz's face.
You people are no fun. Well, farewell. Farewell, one and all.
I will be forever grateful. Oh, the chasm is closing. Look, it stopped! They've secured us a road home. I can sense tremendous magic at work.
Well, Ringabel, let's go. Dats, Zats, and the proprietress are waiting.
All right, everyone. Hold on tight.
They're gone. They didn't even look back. What fine children. Our greatest accomplishment and dearest treasures. 2,000 years. It felt endless, yet it's passed in the blink of an eye. Wouldn't you agree, Lester?
And so, that brings Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster to a close. As I do with all these games during the credits, let's talk about things I liked and things I didn't like and my overall thoughts on this. Overall, I think this is a great game, a great RPG. I do need to keep the music a little bit quiet because there is a copyrighted song during these credits. Let's start with things I didn't like. I think, I've said this before, I think Chapter 5 was kind of boring and pointless. I think one less chapter in the second half of the game would have been great. As I've mentioned, Chapter 5 was just Chapter 6, but with, I think, actually less story. I think Chapter 5 and 6 basically could have been condensed to the same one, and then just move the job you get in Chapter 6 to the Chapter 7, so it would still be the Chapter 6, but if 5 and 6 are combined, you know? I think overall, the grinding aspect of this game is a very, very heavy grinding game. Now, while I didn't have a problem with it because I had everything I needed, I had the 400% boost, and then I very quickly got the thing where you can just press right trigger to do it. I kept everything at 4x speed. I made it as quick as possible to grind, and still, I spent probably 4 to 5 hours throughout this entire game just doing a little bit of off-camera grinding just to be ready to fight enemies. I don't think grinding's a problem. In fact, I think the best RPGs have just a little bit of grinding in them to get a little bit stronger, but I felt like whenever I needed to grind a lot. It was never, oh, let me go get 1 or 2 levels. At least in the early game, I think there was 1 or 2 times I did that. Once you hit Chapter 5, I don't think it was ever, oh, let me go get 1 or 2 levels just to, you know, beat a boss. It was, oh, I need to go grind up to get max jobs on a couple different jobs just to beat a boss. Or, oh, I need to go grind up 20 levels or, you know, 50 or was it 500,000 PG just to be able to buy these items that I can use to make me stronger. I'd say that's probably my biggest problem with the grinding is that it wasn't in bite-sized chunks. It really made you feel like you just needed to do it all at once. So honestly, I think if I sat down in Chapter 5, grinded all the way to level 99, got all my jobs maxed out, I think it would be less of a complaint, but I would have spent about 4 to 5 hours just in one sitting grinding everything out. And that's really my only complaints. I mean, it's a very simple story. It's a 2013 game, I believe. You know, I'm not a big fan personally of rhythm minigames, so that minigame in particular, I wasn't a big fan of, especially because at least 2 of the songs are copywritten anyways, so like, for content creators, it's very tough because you just can't use those songs in your videos anyways. The other thing was the repeat fights. I think the repeat fights were great. I think you learned a lot about the characters, and so I don't have a problem with having the repeat fights. But up until Chapter 7, they all felt the same. And yes, I know, 5 and 6, I have the whole thing there. But the fights in 5 and 6 felt the exact same they did in 1 through 4. So it just didn't really feel any different. You know, 7 and 8 I really liked. I thought they were very fun and intriguing. And the story you learned about the characters, such as seeing the ninja finally be able to talk and seeing the thief actually be able to use his voice instead of just having the scratchy, I don't have water voice. I think overall, it was solid. And that's really the only complaints I have for this game. You guys can go back and find other ones I might have complained about. But now let's get into things I liked. We'll let the credits roll here just in case there's any post-credit scenes we're going to get real quick.
Three to go. Next is the water crystal. We make for the north. I'll see your ideals given form, Father. I swear. Alternus! What are you—
Oh, he returned to his time. His
I'm
world.
Here to save you. I will not fail this time. I am Dark Knight, Alternus Dib. The Grand Marshal has placed the future in my hands.
that's a good ending to him.
It's been what? Half a year?
I can hardly wait. The innkeep says he's preparing us a feast to remember.
Can't wait.
Something wrong?
Egel, go on ahead. I'll be right behind you.
All right.
Well, I suppose it's time to return what I borrowed.
Well, did he borrow something from Owen? I can't remember. Because he's back in his world. He's back in the first world. Wait.
You guys should have heard Tisk. Keep chattering like that and you're liable to end up just like Ringabel.
Let's hope that never happens.
Wait, what? Is that where it ends? Well, while we're going through this, I'll quickly finish what I was saying. So the last thing I want to say that I wasn't a big fan of is how they treated Aerie at the end. We found out that she was a bad guy in, what, chapter 6 or 7, but then we kept awakening the crystals, and then we almost seemed shocked when she betrayed us. I mean, there was no reason for that. We should have known, but that's really it. I understand the point of the minigame and why it was the same every time, because then you get that, like, aha moment when you finally blow up the crystal, which I think it's just good design that way. Let's get to things I do like. I liked the overarching story of this. I do very much enjoy whenever it subverts your expectations and like you think one group of guys are bad guys and then it turns out that they're not actually bad guys. I enjoy that whole thing. I really enjoy a good job or class system. I think this game does it perfectly. Every level getting a new ability is great, and the way it interacts with different jobs is amazing. I think the art style is really cool. I know this is the HD remake of it, but still, the art style feels older, but it feels new at the same time, so it's a good mix-up of those two things. And, I mean, that's about all I can think of specifically. Overall, I think it's a really fun game. I think it's a perfect HD remaster of a game. I think it's a great game for them to launch on the Switch, especially with the success they saw with Bravely Default 2. And in fact, this has given me... I kind of want to go back and beat Bravely Default 2 now. I only got about halfway through that game, just because it was so hard and I got tired of grinding. And I think this is just giving me a new respect for the series as a whole. So I do hope I decide to go back and replay it at some point, and hopefully you guys will join me on my next adventure. Overall, I think it's a great game. I highly recommend you guys check it out if you do have a Switch 2 and access to it. I think it's only $50, so it's not even full priced. So yeah, I think it's a great game, and let's just enjoy the rest of the credits together, and we have one more thing we have to cover. Great, the one song I can't play. I do want to quickly mention, I don't know if this will be explained, but apparently this is explained in Bravely Second, which is the not very well received direct sequel to this game where you go back and you meet all the players again. Basically, Tiz, the thing he borrowed, the easy way to say it is at the beginning of the game when we saw the Norende crater happen, Tiz died. He fully died. It was a dead body, and a soul actually possessed Tiz. So when Tiz says, time to return the thing I borrowed, it was actually the soul saying that it's time to return Tiz's body that he borrowed. It's super funny because in the original game, that thing you see in the background where it showed my profile picture, if you're playing it on the 3DS, your 3DS camera will actually show your face in the background. So that way it's implied that you, the player, are the celestial thing. So I was right about that. But the soul residing in Tiz is actually yours. So Tiz died at the beginning of the game, and you, the player, possessed Tiz's body, which is very fun, basically implying that Tiz is the protagonist, and you, the player, so myself, I was Tiz in this world, which is, I think, is very, very fun, very, very unique. It doesn't really get explained until Bravely Second what happened there, which, unfortunately, I don't have access to play, and I probably won't ever be able to play. It was also just not a very well-received game, so unless they make an HD remaster of that game, we probably won't be touching it. But yeah, there's apparently an AR card you scan in Bravely Second, and then you get to see that you, the player, are the soul, the celestial, that's inhabiting Tiz's body. I think that's super cool. Not like anything crazy, but still pretty cool. Okay, we can turn music back up because it's not copyright, and let's watch the rest of the credits. If you guys don't want to see the rest of the credits, I will have one more thing at the very end of this video to check out because there is one minigame we did not play.
Thank you. I just knew that you would be the one who would stop my sister's plans.
Excuse me?
Farewell for now.
Who are you? What? Okay. And so, you can do a brand new save file. Let's just go ahead and overwrite save file 1. continue to enjoy the game. New Game Plus has been added. You also get now view the end in the event trailer. You can now view the original credits in the event viewer. You can also view bonus movies in the gallery. New music has been added to Luxendarc Rhythm Catch. And so, we're right back here where it began. Let's go ahead and head back out to the world, as we have one more thing to view. First, if you do want to view the new cutscenes we got, you can view them, as always, in D's journal. Right here, we will have some new achievements to grab, a place to call home. Unfortunately, we are still missing this bottom one, not quite sure what it is. And you do have some new things you can view. You have travel notes, which does come from the game, the mini games we played, and an event viewer. We have some movies we can view, including the Reunion, Promise, and other things that you can view. If you want to view the end, you also can view all of those. I'm actually curious what the Reunion Promise is. Oh, it was just this. Interesting. So, we have one last thing to do, guys, and that is one more Luxendarc Rhythm Catch. I can't believe I'm ending the Let's Play on my least favorite minigame. But let's do it. I'm not even going to get everything prepped. I don't have the mouse things on. But we do have this right here. Ouroboros, the serpent that devours the horizon. Here we go. Let's hope this doesn't get copywritten. Dude, is this really that song? Haven't we heard this before? Like, I know we heard it right there at the end. But this is, wait, yeah, this is just like your basic song. Oh, no, I see. It's like sped up and more cool. Oh, I was not ready for that. Showing a recap of pretty much all the events of the game, too. Oh, look at that. That's such a cool artwork. Showing the Sky Knights. I missed it because I had to do that mini game. I wanted to see their photo. That's such cool photos. Showing them off in like the artwork that like Tiz and Agnès and all them are in. That's so cool. Cool, the song I can't play, so we'll just talk over it. Is this the one? I think it is, so we'll just keep talking in hopes that this part right here doesn't get copywritten. I'll probably just leave this whole part in the video, though. I don't want to cut out the last mini-game of the video. And honestly, by far the hardest song so far. This is on the easiest difficulty, too. I can't imagine this on the hardest. Whoops. Missed one right there at the end. That sucks. That's what I get for not putting it in the actual proper mouse mode. Showing off all of our summons that I never... I think that's Susanoo, which I never used. No, Susanoo does regular damage. That would have been whoever does dark damage. Oh, there's Airy. Lying Airy. Oh, there's our optional bosses. That would have sucked if we didn't fight those and couldn't see them at the end. Like, we would have seen them right here, but not actually known what they were. So glad we did that earlier. And there he is. What a... Oh my gosh. What a great photo at the end. Wow. Look at that. So cool. Only an S rank, unfortunately, but still not too bad. That's so cool. I wish I could just get that as a photo, and I don't think I can. And so, let's check our final achievement. Cleared all music tracks in Luxendarc. I believe that only leaves a couple more. You have to used a total of 10,000 PG with your merchant, reach maximum affinity with a friend, and probably something else with a friend that I will never do. Found all compounding recipes, completed the bestiary, completed all the other encyclopedias, and whatever this final one is, which is probably just get all the achievements. Having only missed 8 throughout the entire game, not bad. And so, with that, guys, I think this is a good place to end off this series. If you guys did like this entire series, I'd really appreciate you hitting the subscribe button. We're trying to reach 500 subscribers by August, so it'll really help me out, and it'll help make sure you don't miss any upcoming videos. And if you did play along, I'd love to know what you thought about this game down in the comments below. And with that, I hope you all join me in the next Let's Play. I will see you guys then.